Hey everybody, it's Casual Boops coming at you with another video, and today we're going to be covering Get Good Episode 2, and I will just jump right into it right away. We're going to start with the beginner tip, which is to clean out the depot and sell stuff to make credits. So if you're new, or even if you're intermediate or whatever, credits are definitely the way that the wargaming has chosen to limit or slow progress in the game, right? And so what you'll probably find is that you have maybe several. Like if you're grinding your way through the KV1, for instance, you finally have the 85mm gun, you put it on, you take off your 57 or whatever you had before, you totally have this in the depot right now, and you can sell it. You can sell it for 19,000 credits, and this applies to almost all kinds of stuff. So like, you're never going to use the stock engine for the KV1. So if you have that laying around, then sell it. And that'll also, in the depot, in the top screen there, or in the top bar, if you click that, it'll Wargaming will tell you if you have a bunch of stuff that is not ever useful, like I don't know, modules for tanks that you don't have or things like that. That's all going to be up here. But as far as modules for tanks you do have, you might have to just kind of comb through it a little bit. So that's one way to do it. And also, this is a big one. Just by playing the game, you're going to find yourself kind of rained on with decals and inscriptions and emblems and stuff. And here's how you can tell. So over on the left, the little house button looks like a garage slot. This will tell you what you have, right? It's not saying this is all that's available. It's saying these are all the things you have. And if it's got a little exclamation point, that means it's non-historical. Non-historical stuff is not for sale. You can't sell that stuff for some reason. So I'm just going to get, you'll probably have more than I do because I've gone through and done this a few times, but you will find eventually some stuff like this that is like, this is a decal that is historical, and so I can sell it. I can sell 6 of those for 150,000 credits. So that's, I'm going to go do that right now. Like, so go through and clean out your decals and your emblems, doing the same kind of thing. Like, I got 6 of these. I'll never use these. Sell. Like, doing this is going to be a really easy way to maybe make, 2, 3, 5 million credits. So just check and see if there's something you don't care about, emblems, inscriptions, and so on and so forth, then you can sell those for credits, and that'll help, finance your progress through the game. And yeah, so there's your beginner tip. We'll go right to the next one, which is crossfire positioning for intermediate tips. Okay, we're going to start with a video here real quick. Okay, so in this video, we'll just pause it right here. In this video, I'm in a platoon with the Oscar and Banort, and we are on the hill in mines. And the enemy team, our team is losing, and the enemy team is winning. And we have the hill, but not a lot else. So we basically have this choke point, and we're going to try to defend this choke point with 2 or 3 of us against most of the enemy team. And so this is going to highlight the difference that positioning can make in creating crossfires to defend positions against more tanks than you have, using positioning to your advantage. So we'll just I'll just go. Okay, so we have the side of this E4 turret, and then the E50 Banort goes and right away hops into that position as well to continue to create this crossfire. And I know that this E4 is on reload, so I can afford to take another shot and whiff it anyways. But now the E4 can't roll up and shoot at Banort at the E50 unless he turns the side of his turret to me. So he just did that, and I know that I can shoot him twice now because he's on reload, and I have a faster reload than he does. It doesn't matter because I can't hit my shots. But you can see now a Foch is coming up. Like, this is all, like, these are all big scary tanks, and none of us really have a lot of this is not good. Like, these guys could, in a normal circumstance, this game would be over a long time ago. But because we have these great positions, and we're gonna utilize the fact that we know the reloads of the Foch 155 got like a 6-second intra clip or something like that. So basically, in here I'm like considering leaving, but I also realize how bad that would totally screw us. So I'm gonna sit here and I'm able to take advantage of the fact that these guys are looking at Banort because he's the one-shot. The E50 is the one-shot, and so they're correctly trying to take his gun out of the game. And so because of that, I can shoot the sides of their turret while they're looking elsewhere. And so we've successfully held off against like 3 or 4 people, and there's 2 more, and there's just the 2 of us. And so this is just a great example of creating a crossfire to help defend an area, and this is just one specific example. All right, so we'll pause it now. And I guess just for like, for example, I'm going to show one other example. Like, you know, this same concept can be applied to a lot of different maps, a lot of different situations. And here's one. Like, for instance, let's say you're playing in the north side of Mountain Pass, for example, and your team has totally blown it down here, and they're all dead, and you have a whole bunch of red tanks right here that are all going to be pushing very quickly, and they're going to be, you know, the game does not look good. But if you can create crossfires by putting somebody here, maybe somebody here, a couple people up here, like, you can imagine how it would be very difficult for the enemy team to push through like so, because they would then, like, they would be getting shot from multiple people from multiple different angles. So probably what they would need to do then is come here and kill this guy, and then come here and kill this guy, and then come here and kill this guy, all the while getting shot from everybody else in this crossfire setup. So these are ways that you can, you can set up crossfire with 2 or more people to, you know, maybe it won't win you the game every time, but it'll at least guarantee that you get more damage than you would have. Like, if everybody's sitting back here, you're not going to get nearly as much damage because it's like, you know, 3 versus 6 or whatever it is. But if it's 3 spaced out in a better way, then you'll probably get more damage overall than you would have. And who knows, maybe somebody gets a lucky ammo rack and you would do win the game doing that. So that's the intermediate tip, is thinking about crossfire positioning when you're outnumbered to defend your portion of the map. So, okay, so now advanced. The advanced tip is going to be, you know, I guess when you're at that level, the advanced tip level, you're trying to minimize and maximize. You're trying to eke out every bit of performance in a game. And I think the thing to start thinking about is interrupting common pathways for free early damage, right? Getting an extra shot or 2 of damage in the beginning of a game for free is what really, you know, takes games and performances to the next level. So, like, for instance, on Abbey, I just gave a couple of good examples, or a couple of examples I could think of easily. On Abbey, if you have a bunch of light tanks on the south, they usually go like this, and they go up into the Abbey. And from the north, the light tanks usually go up like this, and they go into the Abbey, because this middle position is very powerful. Well, from the north, you can take this spot right here and shoot through at whatever comes up and crosses this position, right? So if you're in the north and the light tanks from the south are rushing up like this, you can shoot them in the side, and you might get 1, maybe even 2 shots on that for free, because they're too busy trying to get into position and they can't shoot back at you. Ditto, if you're in the south, you can, one of my favorite spots is right here. You can take this position here, for example. I'll zoom in a little bit. Take this position here, and as the enemy team is pushing up into the Abbey, you can get shots on them as they're running up, and you get butt shots. It's great. So things like this is one example. Airfield, right, is another example I'll go over. So most of the heavy tanks in Airfield will start around, you know, here. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. We'll start around here, and they'll start around here, and the heavy tanks from this side will go this way, and the heavy tanks from this side will go this way. Well, if you're a medium tank or a fast light tank or something like this, it can be risky because you open yourselves up on the top of this ridge to getting shot in return. But if you're real quick about it, you can be up here, you spot these guys, you take a shot at these guys, you back down for free. Ditto from this side, you come up this way, you spot these guys crossing, you take shots at them for free from the side, and then you back down and you've got 1 or 2 shots of damage that you got in for free. So this is another example. And then the last one is Minsk, and I just found out about this the other day from watching a replay from Z-Best, where most of the time, right, people on Minsk after the changes to this map, well, from this side they'll try to, did it again, sorry, they'll try to go like so, and they'll try to get into these little pockets. Well, from this side you can interrupt that by being right about here. There's a shoot through that allows you to tag these guys. It's like right here. I don't think that I have this exactly perfect, but there's a shoot through where you can shoot this way, and you tag people as they're trying to get into this, and you interrupt this pathway. And I'm pretty sure there's a similar one from this side where people are trying to do this, and you can be somewhere over here and shoot through this and tag these tanks, as they're trying to get into positions. And these are the kinds of things where that's 1 or 2 shots of damage that you didn't have to work for and you got for free at the beginning of the game, and you start doing that consistently and it can really add up. So yeah, that's interrupting common pathways for free early damage. And these are just a few examples that I came up with pretty easily. But start paying attention to where, like you're thinking to yourself, if I was a heavy tank on this map, where would I go? And that's probably where most people go. All right, well, how can I interrupt that? How can I shoot those guys in the side? How can I, poke up in some way that they're not expecting, take a shot, and then leave? Putting yourself in a position that they're not expecting can make a big difference. So anyways, that is it for me. That's let's see, that's Get Good Volume 2 or Episode 2, and we'll see you on the next one, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks. Okay, bye.